Hi guys, overnight session review for today, May 10th, so Wednesday. Pretty interesting day, CPI release. Let's jump into the review. So I want to start with the hourly chart actually, so that we could look at what we wanted versus how it played out. Okay. This is not needed for here. Let me get that off. So we came into the week with the expectation that there's no news until here, Wednesday. Okay. So with Monday and Tuesday lacking news, we're expecting price to play on, or expecting the delivery to play on the sentiment that's been happening here. So you want to see a holding pattern. Okay. If you want a holding pattern, it means whatever day creates the high or the low on well, no, let me say it like this. When Monday creates a range, you want to watch how does Tuesday react to Monday's range. In a normal case or in normal circumstances, we normally see them holding inside here. But that's not the only delivery that can happen, right? But we'll get into that another time. For this week, this H1 low was a draw on liquidity for us. We wanted to see them dig into that either Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday push higher, or they hold Monday and Tuesday, then Wednesday digs into that. Either way, it doesn't matter to us. What's important is that we identify where the drawn liquidity is, right here. Which means once price gets here, the delivery to sell side is completed, and you'd like to see change in the state of delivery and price going higher. Ta-da! Right here. So we traded down 2 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Beautiful run. Sweeps into this. That's done right there. Then we have that CSD right here in the CPI news release. Comes back down into overnight session. There's an imbalance in here. You'll see it on a lower time frame. And then we run higher. My draw for the week, if you remember, was the daily chart 13,399 or 13,4 in best case scenario. But if you're in the Telegram group, I mentioned that 13,350 to 13,400 is the range I'm looking for price to trade into. 13,350 is that magic number for me. I wanted to see them fill that number and then trade low. So when they did that on M5 today, I went short. I'm going to show you something here. This right here, this range that was created on Monday and Tuesday is being treated like overnight session here. Let that hang and cook for a while. This range here is being treated like overnight session here. I'll stop there and allow you to investigate. Tap the M5. Here's overnight session on Wednesday. You can see price dig down into the H1 liquidity pool right here. Beautiful run. This delivery, this entire push lower here, kind of framed support for overnight session. And then on the news release, we spiked. Before overnight session was completed, notice this imbalance is inside overnight session. So generally, when we're looking for a trade idea, you're looking for the opposite end of overnight session or one end of overnight session to be rated CSD and then beautiful. Now, for persons who are more acquainted with the lingo, you want to see offset at overnight session high, then a CSD, and then price runs to the next pool of liquidity. Okay. Here, since you've started trading overnight session, I'm going to go on a limb and say you've never paid attention to if the range is efficient or not until now. This is an example of the overnight session range being inefficient. It's not efficiently traded, right? Case in point, big volume imbalance right here, which means drawn liquidity is here. You can't be looking to, sorry, you shouldn't be looking for long-term buys up here with this below you. This is gap risk. Whenever your stop is above an open gap, gap risk. One of the things that you don't want to, you don't want to put your stop above that in bullish conditions or in bearish conditions, doesn't matter. This is a beacon for price to be drawn to, from my understanding. So anyway, we run up. Shout out to everybody who got the buy. I didn't get the buy, but 13,350 was hit here. CSD, beautiful. And you saw the result of the short. When price came down in the group, I mentioned that it's gonna get sexy right here. So pay yourself. This was one of the reasons why I said that. We dug into the imbalance right here. So price filled that, down candle body, up candle body, filling in that range, and then we left. Beautiful spike. So the spike was coming. I had no idea that they were gonna take it all the way back up to here though. I mean, beautiful run. So from an overnight session profile, well, I mean, for the delivery today, this is an example of something you should note and pay attention to the study points, which are previous day's liquidity was swept prior to overnight session. We're not inside this range, so that's an imbalance. We traded up into that beautifully. Price traded down, filled in that, and then continued going higher. So this is likely going to be the low of the week, which is what we were expecting. So can we get a large range Thursday to run into 13.4, 13.5? And then we chop until next week, Wednesday. Find out on the next episode of Overnight Session. So, not a lot of magical points to talk about today, but that's how trading is. So my advice is journal, take a screenshot, add your notes to this, and on to the next one. So thank you again for watching these videos and studying along with me. Thank you for your support on Patreon again, and yeah, looking forward to seeing more persons killing it. So enjoy the rest of your night. Toodles.